All right, what's up, everybody? We're back. It is Wednesday. We're about, what is it, 3 days out from the gym grand opening. So Saturday, May 3rd, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. Make sure you're there. If you're in the DFW area, man, come check us out. But yeah, with that being said, today we got chest and biceps. No, chest and triceps, because I'm going to do either chest and biceps or chest and triceps. I'm not sure if I'm going to do back today or take a rest day tomorrow. Back tomorrow or take a rest day and then do back on Friday, and then I'm going to do legs on Saturday. So depending on what I'm going to do, it will determine what I do after chest, but it'll either be triceps or biceps. But yeah, got chest today. Planning on starting with got a little plan in my head for today. Gonna start with the pec deck. I'll run 2 sets there just to get blood in the chest, get everything warmed up, get moving. And then some type of heavy press, either a flat or an incline. I'm not too sure yet, but it'll probably be something on the Smith, and then a dumbbell press, and then either a dumbbell press or the machine press. Is, like I said, it just kind of depends on what I'm feeling and how the flow is going and what I feel like doing. That's typically how I run my sessions, is kind of just base it off feel, but the core movements are always the same, just might change the order up every now and then I'll run that order for about 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'll change the order again. That's kind of how I rotate my sessions, just to keep things interesting and change it up every once in a while. But like I said, the core movements are typically always the same. I don't do any fancy exercises or anything like that. I just change maybe a higher incline 1 week, or a flat press 1 week, or yeah, just change it up. Like I said, I don't get too fancy. There's no need to get fancy. I find it, if you go into a gym with a lot of like machines, you can kind of be overwhelmed on what to actually do and what machines actually work best for you. That's why I think it's actually good to have a limited selection of equipment sometimes, just because you can stick to the basic exercises and actually run those exercises for a good amount of time and get strong at them, versus switching everything up, switching an exercise out every week. Because usually that's how you want to run your setup, is run kind of the same exercise selection for a number of weeks, and then once you stop progressing or kind of fall off on those, you can change it up, change the order up, or just change the exercise completely. But like I said, I have a limited selection of chest pieces that I can use, so typically I'll just change the order up, keep the exercises the same. Or like I was saying, run a flat press or an incline press on a Smith machine, which is my main mover for chest as of lately. I do like dumbbells, but on the incline, I feel like I get a little bit wobbly on an incline. So I might change it up for a little bit and move the incline to the Smith, and then the flat press to the dumbbells, just because on a flat press on dumbbells, I feel like I'm a lot more stable. But yeah, man, just heading there. I'm gonna get this session in. Feeling pretty good today. Running on, I had 60 grams of cream of rice before this, so that was my only carb meal for the day. So food is pretty low, but I'm the type of person, I have to push food pretty low to really get into good condition. I don't need a lot of food to grow. I also can't diet on a lot of food. I don't have a super fast metabolism, so I really got to dig and bring the food down quite a bit. I was 228 this morning, so just to put that in perspective, I'm probably on around 2,500 calories at 228 pounds. Decently lean, I'd say probably about 13%, if I had to put a guess on it. So take with that what you will. Like I said, most people are gonna have to dig pretty hard to get into good shape. especially if you're a first timer or you just have a body type like me where my body naturally just wants to put on body fat, likes to hold on to body fat and doesn't want to get rid of it. And for me, my biggest weakness is my midsection. So that's actually where the last place where the fat will come off. My glutes will be in, everything else will be in before my midsection. So it kind of sucks that way. I don't have great abs until like the very end. Like I said, I'll have glute striations, everything else will be in. My legs get lean pretty quick. My limbs and then my back also gets pretty lean. But I struggle with the midsection. But that's just kind of gotta play with the cards you were dealt. But yeah, man, gonna get in there, get this session in. Got intra workout too. I do 1 scoop of EA BCA mix, and then I'll do like a liquid IV, and it has like I think like 15 grams of carbs in it. That's kind of my intra that I'll run. It's just easy, keeps me hydrated, especially in the summer when it gets hot. I'm sweating a lot, but today it's not hot, so we don't have to worry about that. But I still throw it in there. Like I said, it's easy, 15 grams of carbs just to get in the session, during the session, and it keeps me going throughout the workout. I kind of noticed a little bit of a better performance throughout the end of the workout versus not having any. But yeah, man, gonna get in there, be there in a minute, and get this shit going. Gonna get fucking moving. So I start on the pec deck, just getting blood in there. Still warming up here. Goal here is just open the chest up and get a big contraction. Not too worried about load here. Just really trying to feel things out and get the chest activated before I go into like a heavy press. Like I was saying earlier in my intro, I just kind of change up the order sometimes. Typically I'll do these at the end, but I've been running that setup for a while now, so I'm gonna throw these, run this setup for a little bit now. Put the fly at the beginning, then go to my pressing. So, I don't know, like I said, I just like to change it up every now and then. And just kind of get stagnant on the other lift, so. It's always good to rotate things out when things start to get stagnant and not moving as much. Plus, it always feels nice to go into like a chest exercise when you already got a little bit of blood in there. You see my arms are pretty straight, not here. Muscle arms aren't locked out. Slight bend in the elbow, bringing the arm across. That's the goal here. Nice big contraction, holding it for a tick, getting a big squeeze, controlling it on the way down, stretching it out. And yeah, just really feeling things. You know, I see a lot of people doing this, wrapping their arms around or not really contracting at the end. I just feel if you don't do that, you're not getting everything out of this exercise. Because like with like your heavy pressing and shit, like a Smith press, or even especially like a dumbbell press, you're really getting nothing up here. That's more, everything's gonna be loaded in the stretch. So that's why here, really focus on the contraction. That's where you're gonna get the most out of this exercise. Not a huge stretch unless you really set it back. But I don't know, it just kind of gets uncomfortable in the shoulder area. There's like a press where everything's in tight and it can really just expand the chest and not feel it so much in the front delt. Like I said, I'm just here to really contract and feel things. That's fucking light. That's too light. Gonna go up, stack this bitch out. All right, do one more right here, then we're gonna go into our press. Kind of want to go into like rest times a little bit and how long you should rest in between sets and stuff like that. I used to kind of go quick, really fast in between sets, so a minute to 45 seconds of rest between. Sometimes I'll pick up the pace a little bit, but lately I've really been slowing things down, and I've really seen a difference in like my really seen a difference in being able to do the same or more amount of reps on the back off set. So I'm not rushing those things as much as I used to. Resting like anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes depending on the lift. And I'm training pretty low volume right now and everything's feeling a lot better. I'm not as fatigued, which has helped a lot. I actually hold my lifts up. So that's kind of the goal right now, is hold strength and then take progress where I can. Like I said, I don't get too scientific, but there's got to go, once you get to a certain point, you got to put a little bit of thought into your training, into your diet, into bodybuilding as a whole. You got to put a little bit more thought. Once you get more advanced, if you're just starting out, don't worry about any of this shit. That's where I see the biggest mistake is new guys worrying too much about little things. Whereas down the line, the little things do matter. But when you're first starting out, none of that shit really matters. So just go in and lift and have fun. Fight it. Okay. Ooh. Oh man, okay. Incline Smith. Like I said in the car, I didn't know I was gonna kind of run the order. But I'm gonna come to an incline. I'll run this for a few weeks. I'll do a dumbbell flat press next, and I'll do a machine press to finish. But like I was saying earlier, man, if you watched my last leg video, I think it was, I've really had to, like I said, take a smarter approach to training. Really not try and go as crazy. I just been killing my. I usually just kill myself and run myself into the dirt, man. It's caught up to me over the years. You know, I've been training for over 10 years now. And the only way I know is like full speed, all out, all the time, 100% intensity. But now that I've kind of learned my body a little bit and learned where I can go, I can kind of reel it back a little bit and be a little bit smarter in my approach and actually grow more from that versus just killing myself and running myself into the dirt. Yes, I would still do those workouts every now and then, especially in the off season. I think it's okay because the food is there to recover and the supplements. But right now, the food is low and the recovery just isn't there to, like I said, run myself all the way in the dirt. That doesn't mean I'm not training hard. I'm just not doing a bunch of extra force reps, cheat reps, and like crazy drop sets or anything like that. Just straight sets all the way through. So it's kind of allowed me to stay a lot fuller during this diet phase. Actually a lot stronger than I usually would. My strength typically falls off pretty quick, especially on pressing. But it's held up pretty good so far. We're still just warming up here though. Just feeling it out. Like I said, always start super light with the weights. especially on like a big press movement, just to feel things out, get things moving. As I move more, the weights will actually feel better, and by the time I get to my top set, I'm ready to go. Yep. Come on, motherfucker. Here we fucking go. Big fucking press. Five to six. Come on, bitch. Heavy. Come on, motherfucker. Here we fucking go. All I know is my alert. Press that fucking shit. All I know is my alert. I know you're running. I know you're running. Take my life. Ooh, yeah. Okay, 5 reps. I'll take that. First week back on the incline. So, like I said, I'll do my heavy shit. 5 to 8 reps, heavy. I'll back it off. 8 to 12. Hey, probably more 8 to 10, but I'll take that set. I've never been the strongest presser, so 3 plates is pretty good for me on like an incline. Obviously on a flat, I'm a little bit stronger. So take that for what you will, but I like to work on my weaknesses, and one of my weaknesses is my upper chest. So that's probably why I'm a little bit weaker on the incline, but obviously my goal is to fix that and get stronger. So that's what's gonna take, actually doing the incline and trying to progress it. Yeah, I'm gonna back it off now. Do 2 1/4. Like I said, 6 to 8 with that, or 8 to 10, somewhere in there. And then move on. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, yeah. 8 reps. See, I'm not taking it. I probably maybe could have got 1 more. Early forced it out. Like I said, I'm really just trying a different approach for a little bit. Not IRI, no reps in reserve training. That was still basically failure, but I would have really had a fight for that last rep, and I don't know if it would have been worth it. So I'm gonna give this training a shot for a little bit. It's not as fun as killing myself, but going into the next sessions, like, cause you know, I'm not just training chest. I still gotta train legs, hamstrings, back, all that stuff. So I'm trying to go into each session fresh and give basically each body part equal amount of opportunity to recover. Especially while food's pretty low for me. So 2 sets there. Gonna go into another press here. And yeah, keep this shit going. Press, chest press here. I already did a few feeler sets. I'm already warm, so I'll just touch the weight like 1, 2 reps. Just get the movement pattern down and then go first set. But first work set here. Let's see what we can fucking do. Oh shit, come on. Here we fucking go. Press that fucking shit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, come on, come on. Take that shit. Take it, come on. Come on. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, 7.5. The lockout here is really difficult, especially on this machine because it does converge a little bit up top. But I'll take that. Nice, good set. My chest is fucking pumped as fuck, man. So that's a good thing. Really feeling things today. Feeling good. I kind of like this order because it's good to change things around sometimes. Will actually kind of allow you to feel things a little bit more. I do still believe in feeling to an extent, but not overthinking about it. So I'm still going heavy on everything, but I'm still feeling everything as well. So there's kind of a balance. But at the end of the day, the more muscle you put on, the more you're gonna feel things because there's gonna be more blood flow to the muscle. So typically a small guy is not gonna feel a lot of things, but a big 250-pound bodybuilder, you know, they can light up the muscle like that just because they have a lot more muscle tissue there. So there's gonna automatically be a lot more blood flow going to that muscle. But like I said, feeling good. 2 sets. Gonna run 1 more set here, and then we'll move on. I kind of feel like I'm not training that hard because I'm not doing like a bunch of extra shit, but it's allowing me to stay strong throughout the entire workout, so which is kind of nice too. Typically I wouldn't be able to do the full stack on this after 2 exercises, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna run this for a little bit, see how it goes. If I can progress and get bigger off of it, off of doing less, then I'll do less. It'll be better in the long run, allow me to do this for a lot longer. Like I said, I've kind of ran myself into a hole. I've been feeling just super fatigued. You know, kind of little aches and pains here and there, but that's part of it. Like I said, I'll still have my days where I go crazy, like always. But for the most part now, I've kind of reeled it in and trying to be smarter about my approach. Come on, come on. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right. Like I said, I'm running a new exercises, a few new exercises, or kind of different rotation. So I'm gonna throw a dip in here at the end. I haven't done. I typically do dips on like tricep day, but it's also a great chest exercise. Just really kind of works every chest, shoulders, triceps, but it's a great way to kind of hit everything. So I'm gonna kind of throw it in at the end here, and I've really been liking them. So I said I was doing them at the end of like I'll do them with triceps. So I'm kind of hitting both here, but I think I'm gonna throw an arm day in. So I'm just gonna go back to 6-day-a-week split, so 6 days on, 1 day off. An arm day for me, it's kind of like, I guess it'd be like an active rest day. And if I really need to take extra rest day that week, I'll just drop the arm day that week. But I think, man, one thing I hate, I just hate doing like multiple body parts on one day. I've never been a fan of that. Just like mentally for me, I've never liked it. So I'm gonna start doing the arm day again. I'll probably do that day on Friday. So I'll do back tomorrow, arms on Friday, and then legs on Saturday. But we'll see how it goes, and if it sucks, we'll just figure out a way to throw arms in at the end of another session. But I just feel like my arms aren't getting hit like they need to be. Even though they're one of my better body parts, I still don't want to not train them like to full capacity, which at the end of the session, they're definitely not. They're kind of fatigued already, so. Oh yeah. Oh, good set there. Needs to really get in full range, trying to go all the way down as deep as I can, as deep as it'll allow. My range of motion will allow me to go, but not excessively going to where I'm gonna rip something. So if you're just like starting out, trying to go like, you've been doing like half reps or whatever, and you're all of a sudden start doing like full range, but you're trying to move like same loads, you might end up hurting yourself. So you kind of build up your range of motion over time. It's like anything else, you gotta kind of progress it over time. It's kind of what I've done. So on exercises, I've allowed myself to go deeper and deeper, and that's honestly why the weight's kind of been pulled back a bit. But I'm actually feeling things more, especially on chest. I used to be very bad at, especially on dumbbells, going to like 90 degrees, which I still see that people do that all the time. If your chest is going from that, whatever, keep fucking doing it. But my chest didn't respond to that, so I changed it up. So anytime I do like a dumbbell press, or you'll see on like, you would have seen on that machine press, I'm really trying to stretch the chest out, keep everything postured up. And for me, I just felt like that's allowed my chest to grow a little bit more and actually feel things a little bit more. But it was a pretty good set there. That was just a 45 added on there, so I'll take that. The only thing I don't like about this dip is the handle. The handles are fucking thick, man. And my right wrist, anything that's like, that's the only thing I hate about the Nautilus pieces. The grips are super thick. Anything that's super thick like that just fucks with my wrist real bad. And it makes me really hard to stabilize. So I don't really use those neutral grips on the Nautilus, just because my hand will slip off the machine. Like I said, I don't have full range of motion in this right wrist, so really thick like handles and stuff like that really fucks with me. I wish the handles are a little bit smaller on this, but I still like doing them. Gonna do one more here, and maybe I'll end up like a fly, and then I'll be good. Here we go. Okay, smoke one. Just some cable flies here to finish up. Oh, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Woo. Fuck yeah.